I hope you're doing well. And I'm so very excited to start this video. This is part of a series that I'm trying to do, changing you, or maybe some life lessons, just to help you if you are struggling in day-to-day life to find your center, to find balance, to find joy, to find happiness, to find that you are living a life that you feel is worth living and not only surviving. So these are all small changes and rules that I have for my life to just help me um, live a better, more balanced and healthier life mentally, physically, emotionally. And I thought I'd share these things with you. And I'm sure that most of the things in these videos, you guys will already know it. But sometimes we just need to be reminded of things that we already know. So the first thing that I'm going to do today is talk about joy, and that joy is a choice. It's not something that is just on your path and you need to work for joy or you need to labor for it. That's not how joy works. Joy is a choice. Okay, so don't be a Debbie Downer. Okay, so um, I need to remind myself about this so often. As happy and extroverted as I can be, sometimes I really just need to remind myself to not sulk and don't be a Debbie Downer. Pick yourself up, find your joy. Life is worth living. Be happy. Make the happiness you want to feel. Okay, so I mean, which one would you rather be? We'd all rather be the girl who's laughing and happy and, living her best life. None of us want to find ourselves consistently in situations where we feel down. Now, life happens. We all have different circumstances. We all have different problems that we have to tackle. And, we might jump between these two phases. But the idea is that even when you feel the way the girl in the top picture feels, we want to come to a place where we can help ourselves to start making choices to be happy. And I know that for some people, this will take some time, especially if you've lost someone and you grieve, or if you have serious mental problems. I'm not talking about any of those things. I'm just talking about normal day-to-day life. Just remember that joy is a choice. Okay. So joy is not a thing, it is something in us. Okay. So joy is not something we chase down or something that we feel we need to earn it or labor for it. Joy is already inside of us. We all have something that brings us joy. We each have a different sense of humor, and your different senses of humor makes you laugh. That's something that's already inside of you. A life worth living is a life filled with joy. Joy is a choice. Joy is not in things, it is inside of us. So joy is not something that is found in your environment, it is something that comes from within. And I always see it as, as I fill my bucket every day with the joys that I find in life, then as I fill my own bucket with joy, it overflows out of me into the people that I surround myself with. It's not, I'm not here to tip my joy bucket into you and make you happy. No, it sort of just bubbles up out of me in whatever excess joy that I create for myself permeates into the air and the environment and the people around me. So joy is something we create for ourselves. Find ecstasy in life. There is joy in life, and if you don't have joy, you won't have ecstasy. If you don't have ecstasy, you won't have joy. And living life where you have a sense of joy, you have a sense of excitement, you have something worth waking up for every single day. Every single day, you will find that there's a sense of living and loving life to the fullest. And that is enough. If you can just wake up every day and it's easy, it's joyful to wake up, you have purpose to wake up for. That's part of excitement. If you think when you were a kid and the night before you go on holiday, you almost can't sleep, but you wake up in the morning and you're like, there's not even an issue to wake you up. You are so excited to go on this holiday, that there's ecstasy involved and there's joy. And that's how every life is supposed to be. And we need to create that for ourselves. So life is an adventure, even in the lowest of lows. The fact that you have life is something to celebrate with joy. Start your days by finding joy. in the mere fact that you woke up and you have breath in your lungs and things in your life that are worth celebrating with joy. So I was talking to someone the other day. We were in a session, and this lady was they're really going through it as a family. They're struggling financially. The kids are in varsity. The kids are struggling to get everything done. They need books and supplies and things. And as we were talking, she just looked at me and I could see this lady, she's lost all hope. And I said to her, you know what, let's just start naming some things that we can be grateful for that is working in your life currently. So then, she just looked at me and I could see she's drawing a blank. There's nothing for her that she finds exciting about this life anymore. And I just said to you, you know what, you and all your kids, all of your limbs are working, your organs are working, you are healthy, your minds are smart, they're capable of learning, they're capable of being taught, you know. So we just started listing things of gratitude. And then I started asking her, what brings you joy in life? What makes you feel alive? And so we started working from there. So this is what we can do in those moments where we feel really low and we feel, is this life worth living? Why is it so difficult? Why do we keep struggling? Why is it like a perfect storm? It's struggle upon struggle upon struggle. Then we need to start finding joy in life again, because our life is then just permeated with problems, and no person will enjoy that as a life. So then we need to start creating joy for ourselves again. We cannot cure the world of sorrows, but we can choose to live a life of joy. We can choose to live a life where we are happy. We cannot cure every problem. Not all problems have solutions. Not all problems are fixed in 24 hours. But we can choose to live a life that is filled with joy. And that's our choice. That's not something that's out of our control. So joy is a choice you get to make, even in your sorrows. Okay, so the present moment, I'm so sorry, I saw your is spelled incorrectly in the previous slide. Just skip over them. I do sometimes make spelling mistakes. I just read over them and I'm so sorry. Okay, so the present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. And that's again that's saying that which you focus on, you will grow. If you focus on your problems, what is wrong, what brings you sadness, what makes life difficult, that will grow and become bigger and bigger and bigger until it's this giant or this mountain in front of you and you can see nothing else. But every moment of every day, there is something to find happiness or joy or gratitude in. And if you start focusing your mind and your heart on that, and you're attentive, you're looking for it, you'll see it more and more. If you think when you buy a new car, then you all of a sudden you start seeing that car everywhere on the road where previously you never even noticed that type of car. So this is the same. So that's what you focus on, you will grow. Find joy in the moments where you really don't feel any joy. Find them, make them yourself. Comparison is the thief of joy. I thought maybe we should also just talk about some things that can steal our joy other than problems. Is sitting and looking at someone that's the same age as you and seeing everything that you've ever wanted in your life, and that person has it, and maybe they're not grateful for it, or just they don't acknowledge that they have this amazing thing. Or sitting and seeing a person that you perceive as maybe a bad person or a person that's undeserving get everything that you've always wanted, and you're sitting here and you'll do anything to give, or you'll do anything to get what they have, and they're not even appreciating it. They may be throwing it away, they may be messing it up, whatever it is. But it ends up not stealing that thing that you want from them. That comparison, the only thing it's doing is it's stealing your joy, because it makes you feel inferior. It makes you feel insecure. It makes you feel unsuccessful. It makes you feel like a failure. Or what have I done wrong that I don't get this, but this person got it? So the moment you start comparing yourself to others, you will find things that steal your joy, things that others have that you want, things you feel you deserve more. Don't allow your joy to be stolen by another person's blessings. That's their blessings. You don't know what their life has been like. And maybe that's the only thing they've got going for them. And you have so many other things to be grateful for and to find joy in. So swim in your lane. Penny Hayes is an Olympic swimmer from South Africa. And I remember I was between grade 1 and grade 3. So between 7 and 9, maybe 10 years old. And I remember Penny Haynes came to our school and did a talk at our school about the Olympics. And I think in the what is it? Is it the semifinals? I don't even know what you call it. She was swimming and her competition was swimming in the lane next to her. And her coach said to her, Penny, swim in your own lane and swim your own race. Don't look at your competitor. And so in the semifinals, they were swimming, and every time she'd take a breath on this side, she'd look at her competitor and she'd see they are close. It's going to be either one of them. And the more she looked, the further and further and further she fell back. And in the semifinal, she ended up placing, I think, second or maybe third. And then when she got out of the pool, her coach said, "You looked." And then she said, "Yes, I did." Then he said, "Don't do it in the finals." So they did their final swim, and she just didn't look. And I think she broke a record. And I remember this so clearly from when I was a young girl of Penny Haynes saying, don't look at others. Swim in your own lane. Swim your own race. You are your only competition. The you of yesterday, the you of the previous race, the you of the last week. That is your competitor and that is your comparison. And the only thing that you can hope for in this life is to every day be a better person than what you were the previous day. Okay, so how to find your joy? Some practical parts. These are things that I do is I make a joy list. I have a joy list of things that I like to do. And they are from simple things like if anyone knows me, I do enjoy a Seattle coffee and I do enjoy an iced coffee. So those are small things that's very quickly attainable for me to find some joy in a day. And then they range from something small like that to something very big. Like I like the beach. I like going to the beach, but I'm like hours and hours away. So that's not something that I attain easily. So you have some simple to difficult things to get that really brings you joy. But I make these joy lists, and when I'm down, I find something on that list and I go do it. Okay, so these are some examples that I got from the internet. Maybe dance wildly on your favorite song. Watch the sunset or sunrise. I really also like nature, sitting next to water. Go on a spontaneous solo adventure. Lay under the stars with no agenda, just looking up, no phone. Okay, take a digital detox. Walk in nature, get rid of your phone. Cook or bake something totally indulgent just for your favorite cake, your favorite cookie, whatever it is. Create art with zero pressure. Have a deep soul level conversation with someone who just gets you, your best friend. Laugh until you cry with a friend. When I'm down, if you've done any counseling or life coaching with me, you know that I always tell my clients when I'm down, I take my phone and then I watch cat videos on YouTube of cats getting scared or cats doing silly things. And I laugh so hard. Sometimes I watch people falling, runway shows where people fall. Sometimes funny for me. I know, but I can't help it. So I watch videos that make me laugh, and that really gets me out of that just a sulking mindset or maybe a bit of a victim mentality. It really takes me out of it if I laugh a bit. So write a letter to your future self with hopes and dreams. Play arcade games. This is something me and my husband do together. If I'm really down, he just pops up and then he's like, let's go play arcade games. I really enjoy it. Go to the movies, bake something new, try a new cafe or a dessert spot, visit a local thrift store, have play a board game, do something DIY, visit places you never get the time to visit, try a mini photo shoot, go bowling. Okay, so those are all things that you can put on a joy list. They will differ from person to person. So make sure that yours is things that bring you joy. Be a bit selfish. Don't think of the family. Don't think of the kids, the parents out there. Think of yourself. And if it's solo time that you need for joy, or if it's time with the family, just put whatever you want on there. If you do feel that you are really struggling to find your joy in life and you need some personal help with that, you are more than welcome to book a session with me and let me help you to help yourself and to empower you to be a person who's filled with joy and a person who finds life something worth living again and who finds ecstasy in life. Thank you so much for joining us today and watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely day. Goodbye. Please feel free to leave a comment. If you like this video, click the like button. Remember to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to ring the bell.